Well, good afternoon, YouTube. Good afternoon, friends, haters, and associates. What's going on? My name is Ty with DaxKing.com. Hit you with another video today. I am actually at work right now on my lunch break making videos. So that's what you should do at your job. One quick tip. You're at work, you get an hour lunch break, 30-minute lunch break. Go to your car, start cutting out videos. Do that at work. And when you get home, you cut videos, write articles at home. Do what you can at work. So I'm on my lunch break. I'm making this video today. So today's topic is, why is YouTube more popular than blogging? Which is a very good question. I think that the reason YouTube is better than blog, well, not better, is people are more conditioned to watch YouTube videos when they blog posts, because you gotta think, well, while I was a baby, I wasn't exposed to YouTube, but YouTube wasn't there back then. But there was the TV. The TV was the most thing everyone watched TV. I mean, when you was a baby, you watched Barney and your Sesame Street. You're used to watching images on the TV because it captures your eye. It's flashing. The screen changes. When you're a kid. Now, as you get older, you start going to school, and that's when you start to read and write more, because you're reading about your subjects, you're doing book reports. And back then, there was no really Google. You had to actually go to a library and do all them things. You had to go to a library. You had to go to a library and actually read up on these people. There wasn't internet back then, so you had to actually read books. And so reading came later. So like my son, he's pretty much 1 year old right now. I mean, he's not reading anything. He's watching videos. He's watching YouTube videos and Sesame Street, and he's watching videos. So you're exposed to videos at a younger age. You're exposed to TV and movies at a younger age. And as you get older, you get exposed to reading. And as you get older than that, you get exposed to a podcast, and you get exposed to like listening more. So I think that it's just basic human nature. We're all accustomed to watching videos. We're not accustomed to reading and content. That's why it's more popular than blogging. But you think about it, there's more blog posts than YouTube channels. So in my opinion, blog has been around a long time, but people like YouTube because it's flashy, it's catchy, it's you can watch it over and over again. You can rewind it. YouTube has taken over videos because of sports. You could write a good sports column, but actually watching it is different than reading it. I could read an article, but it's different if I saw it. I actually seen it. So video is taking over an aspect. So, with you knowing all that, with you knowing that YouTube is big and blogging is big too. If you look at human nature in itself, there's only 3 ways that you consume content. Everyone's planet consumes content in 3 ways: either reading it in a blog post, or reading it in a book, either doing a podcast and hearing it through a speaker, or hearing your headphones, or listening to a audio book, or a video. So there's only 3 ways of content is distributed amongst people. So there's only 3 ways. So the most popular way is video. I think the second way is blogging, and podcasts has really come along. A lot of famous people started podcasts. A lot of people, a lot of retired athletes, retired wrestlers are making YouTube channels. Are making their own. It's a YouTube channel slide podcast, because they're doing the podcast, but they're doing it on YouTube. So you could do 2 in 1. You could do a podcast in a video form. So you have the video format and the audio format. So that's what's going on right now. So if you wanted to start this camera straight, if you want to start a podcast and a YouTube channel, you should do both. You should do a podcast and record yourself doing it. That's what Joe Rogan does. So Joe Rogan has a podcast, but it's on YouTube. You can listen to the podcast while you're watching it. So that's just taking over right now. And that's what I'm thinking about doing in the future is having a podcast, but recording on YouTube. So it could be a separate channel, a separate thing. So that's what I'm thinking about. But the point of this video is, even though video is a little more than blog posts, you should do both. I always say bloggers should be vloggers and vloggers should be bloggers. You should have both going, because if you have a YouTube channel and a blog, you're in both worlds. Now, if you do a podcast, you own all three pieces of content. You own all three different things. So start your podcast. You know, you can start your podcast. You can start with your phone for free, and you can use a camera to record yourself doing the podcast. So, and that could be on YouTube. So you could dominate the airways that way. But yeah, that's why YouTube popular than blogging, which I prefer. I mean, you gotta realize that it's easier to write a blog post than make a video, because some people don't want to be on camera. There's some people who want being shown on camera. They're camera shy. So, but if I write an article, they're not going to see my face. They're not going to know who I am. So it's easier to write an article than a blog post. Hence the fact that there's more blog posts, there's more blogs out there than YouTube channel. YouTube channel, you got to show your face, or you got to talk on camera. And some people are not comfortable with that. So with that being said, you know, do both. You know, do both. Do a YouTube channel and do the blog, and do a podcast. You should write a blog post about your podcast and record it on YouTube. That's the easy way of doing it. And that's what I'm gonna do in the future. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start a whole new YouTube channel with a new podcast, and have a blog dedicated to my podcast. And the content will be so easier. It give you a 30-minute, 45-minute podcast. I can write a blog post about it and record it all at the same time. And that could be its own business entity. So that's why we're conditioned as babies, as kids, to the TV. Even though internet wasn't popular back when I was growing up, we had the TV. We go to daycare. I mean, we were to kindergarten. There was the schools. There was the videotapes, and there was videos and all the other stuff. It was just constant watching video. We're just born to watch videos. It stimulates the mind to watch videos versus reading a post. That's it. I would do both. My name is Tyler@DaxKeen.com. Thanks for watching.